Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from Central Victoria, Australia. Welcome to my channel. Today's card comes from the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle for October. This tutorial bundle focuses on the Storybook Gnomes suite from the mini catalogue. You can find that on page 42-43 of the mini catalogue, and I love this suite. This is one of my favourites. It's so cute and so easy to create projects with it. So the whole tutorial bundle is just focusing on this suite, although I'm not using all the products in this suite. Between all of us, I think we have them all covered, so I hope you enjoy the tutorial bundle. Now, to get your hands on that tutorial bundle, you can purchase it over on my blog, and there is a link to that blog post in the description of this video. Or if you place an order of over $100 before postage, you will receive this tutorial for free, as well as my other tutorial, which changes every month, and my handmade card. So easy way if you want to get that one for free. Now this is the card. I think this is so adorable. It matches the snowflakes and the cute little gnome there as well. I'm also using the stylish shape dies. I think these are perfect for any card, and I use them quite a lot. And the wonderful snowflakes made a they came back in this catalogue, so we had them in the last catalogue, which was wonderful that they came back. So Night of Navy card base, we're using balmy blue cardstock as well as the beautiful DSP. I'm not going to give you the measurements because that is in the bundle tutorial, but as you can see, this card is just so easy to put together and really, really pretty put together as well. So we've got a few matting pieces with balmy blue. We're also going to die cut from that stylish shape dies, and because that that balmy blue cardstock is matting, we're actually going to die cut from that as well, because you're not going to see the middle of that matting. So we have our two die cuts here. I think it's the largest circle for the Night of Navy and the second largest for the balmy blue. We're going to run that through the cut and emboss machine. And you can use the mini machine with this one because it's the perfect size, which is really great on your desk. It doesn't take a lot of room. And if you craft and you go away a lot, whether it's caravanning or camping, or you have to go and spend time at your kid's place or something like that, you can take that mini machine with you as well. So from this stamp set, what we're going to do is we're going to stamp on a piece of basic white, and I've used thick card here. The reason I'm stamping on thick card is because we're using our stamping blends, and then we're going to fussy or actually die cut it out. And I like to have a little bit of substance to that cardstock. That regular cardstock can be a little bit too thin, but if you only have regular, just use what you have. Alright, so we're going to stamp with Memento Tuxedo black ink. This is the ink to use if you're going to use alcohol markers or our stamping blends. You can't use StazOn or anything like that. You can't even use black embossing powder because it's not good for the pens. So Memento is the best to use with this one. And my piece here is a little bit big, so I'm just stamping along the edge. Sorry about that. We have the football on up the road, and yeah, we've got a lot of people coming through. Alright, so we're just stamping on the inside piece of our cardstock as well. Like I said, on that square piece, I just stamped it on the edge, only because I'm conserving that cardstock. I'm a bit of I like to conserve my cardstock for other projects. Alright, so we have 3 strips of Night of Navy here as well. On one of them, we're going to heat emboss with the Versamark ink and white embossing powder, and I'm using the Warm Wishes stamp sentiment for this one. So we're just going to line that image up, place it on the block, and stamp it with the Versamark ink. We're going to heat that with the heat tool until it goes nice and glossy, which doesn't take long. So I really hope that you enjoy this card. Like I said, the other cards in this bundle are gorgeous, and if you really like this suite, this tutorial bundle is really you're going to have lots of inspiration with it. Alright, now if you would like to purchase in my online store, you can do so by clicking on the link in the description of this video. I love to look after my friends and customers, so if you need anything or if you have any questions, please ask me any questions that you have before you order. So we're just going to heat this up with the heat tool and we can start placing this together. So this card actually goes together really quickly once we colour it in. Let's colour it in first. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we have the sentiment ready to go. The stamping blends that we're using tonight are Balmy Blue, I have Night of Navy, Smoky Slate, and Basic Black, I think. No, just Smoky Slate, Night of Navy, Balmy Blue. I have the 700, I believe. Yeah, the Stampin' Up 700 and the Colour Lifter. And the Daffodil Delight, just for his little lanterns. So he's holding a little lantern. We wanted to add a little bit of yellow to that to make sure that it looks like he's walking around in the dark, which is so cute. So I've got my dark Night of Navy for his shoes. We're using the light Night of Navy for his pants and Balmy Blue for his hat and his shirt. With his beard, I'm using the Smoky Slate stamping blend and I'm just going down where those lines are, and then I'm using the Colour Lifter to just soften it a little bit to make it look a little bit more grey rather than stark where those lines are in his beard. So easy way to do it. And here you can just see I'm going over the lines and then I'm just colouring around that just to soften those stark lines. So there's our inside one. Let's move on to the one that's going to go on the front. And there is a die that cuts this out, and I'm just thinking maybe, I'm not sure whether I use the die or whether I fussy cut. Sometimes I get into a bit of a rhythm and I forget that there's dies with some of our stamps. So I'm adding a little bit of shading around the edges with the dark Balmy Blue. That just helps to give it a little bit of dimension. You could also use your Wink of Stella to add a little bit of sparkle and shine to this as well. But what's really great is those wonderful snowflakes. One side is just a paper side where you can add colour if you want to do a different colour snowflake. The other side, which is what I've got up on this card, is like a reflective foil. So it picks up shimmer and shine as well, which looks really great. So there we have a little one for the front. Oh, I do use the dies. Oh, that's good. Sometimes I fussy cut things and think, oh, I have a die for that one. So we're just going to run this one quickly through and then we can start popping this card together. Please leave me a comment if you enjoy this card. Please leave me a comment and let me know. I always love to see your comments. At the moment I'm on holidays, so it might give me something to read while I'm away. I have worked quite hard to get some videos done for you while I'm away. I'm only away for 3 weeks, but it's amazing how much time you have to put in to make sure that everything runs smoothly while you're away. So I'm adding some dimensionals to our pieces. I've used liquid glue to attach the Balmy Blue cardstock with the DSP, and then we're going to pop it up onto the Night of Navy card base. Now when I was creating my sample card, I actually placed the 3 strips of Night of Navy down, and then I thought, oh, I might want to add my sentiment on that middle strip. So what I did is I then restamped the image, the sentiment, heat embossed it, and then placed it over the top of that middle one. This one here I've just stamped straight down onto that middle piece, so you can choose which way you want to do it, but because I have done it this way around, I had to chop my strip, place it over the top because it is sitting underneath the little gnome, and then the other side is sitting under the circle. But you'll see this as I go. So I've just glued down my 2 layers of circles. I've glued down the wonderful snowflake as well as my gnome. And I think I popped my gnome up. Then I'm just adding my circles in the background to get a good placement of where I want them. And I'm just going to use liquid glue to place these down. So it's just the top and bottom of our pieces there. I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of my circles to pop him up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut down our sentiment piece to fit in underneath the gnome on the left hand side and underneath the circle on the right. And this is our card. I really hope that you've enjoyed today's card. If you would like to get your hands on this card, don't forget you can get it two ways, either by purchasing in my online store of $100 or more, or you could purchase on my blog. So either way, or if you want to become a INKY stamper, which is part of my team members get this for free as well each month, so that might be a way of you getting that as well. So it does come over the edge a little bit. I am going to just cut off from the back. If you're cutting off your card front, always turn it over. It makes it a little bit easier to cut off than if you were just cutting from the front. Little tip there for you. And there we have it. Alright everyone, I really hope... Oh, okay. I made this card a little while ago and done the video a little while ago. I'm also using... These are called Sparkle and Shine sequins, and I forgot that I did put them on. So I'm just adding a little bit of liquid glue here, and then using my Tape My Pick tool to pick up those little stars and embellishments that come in that pack, which is a really nice little wintry pack. Alright, I probably could have also used the beautiful embellishments that are part of this suite. Let me have a quick look at what they're called. They are called the Fine Sparkle Adhesive Backed Gems, which would work really well because the colours in that there's Pool Party in that and Pacific Point. So they probably would have worked. Actually, the Pacific Point would have looked really pretty. But I wanted to go with the snowflakes and that from the sequins. Anyway. So there we have it. I really hope that you've enjoyed today's card. Please leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't hit subscribe, do that as well. And I'll be back with another video for you really soon. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye. Oh, and... Oh my goodness. Comedy of Errors. This is my Sunday challenge for last week. So if you haven't seen that video, you can see it here on YouTube. Come and join in the challenge. It's always so much fun. Alright, bye-bye.